Alex lived a quiet life. His apartment was small, filled with gadgets, blueprints, and half-finished inventions. He loved tinkering with technology, creating devices that sometimes worked and sometimes didn't, but it kept him busy. Life was simple, maybe too simple. Most evenings he sat by his window, looking at the city lights, thinking about nothing in particular. That night, like many others, he worked late on a personal project, a small device meant to translate signals from unknown sources. He had no idea how important it would become. As he adjusted a tiny circuit, he noticed a faint glow outside his window. At first, he thought it was a reflection from the city, but it grew brighter, more deliberate. Curious, Alex approached the window. The glow intensified, and suddenly a figure appeared in the light. He blinked, thinking he was imagining things. But there she was, a woman, or at least she looked like one, standing in the air just beyond the glass. Her skin shimmered softly, reflecting colors Alex had never seen. Her eyes glowed with a gentle light, and her hair floated as if underwater. "Who? What are you?" Alex asked, unsure if he was dreaming. The woman smiled, a warm, gentle smile that made Alex's heart race. She opened her mouth, but the words were strange, a melodic sound he could not understand. Before he could panic, the small device he had built started translating her voice. "I am Lyra," she said. "I have come from Kaelora. I have been searching for you." Alex's mind struggled to process what he had just heard. Kaelora, an alien planet? This had to be impossible. He rubbed his eyes, convinced he was seeing things. I don't understand, he stammered. "Why are you here? How are you talking to me?" Lyra stepped closer, though not physically. It was as if she floated just outside the window. "Your technology allows me to communicate," she said. "I have been visiting you every night because you are important." More than you realize, Alex shook his head, trying to stay calm. "Important? I'm just an engineer. I fix machines, sometimes I build things. That's it." Lyra's glowing eyes softened. "You do not understand yet, Alex. My people have ways of sensing a connection. You are the one I have been searching for." "Connection? What kind of connection?" Alex asked, stepping back. He felt a mix of fear and fascination. "The bond of mates," Lyra said, her voice steady and serene. "It is rare, but I have found you, and according to my people, we are bonded." Alex blinked. "Bonded, you mean like a soulmate?" Lyra nodded. "Yes, something like that. A bond that lasts a lifetime. A connection that touches both mind and spirit." Alex laughed nervously. "I think you might have the wrong person." "I do not," she said softly. "I would not be here if it were anyone else. I can sense your energy. It calls to mine." Alex felt a strange warmth spread through his chest, a feeling he could not explain. He wanted to believe her, but his mind was full of questions. If this is true, why now? Why come to me? Lyra's eyes glimmered with urgency. "The time has come for you to understand. Soon our worlds will meet in ways you cannot imagine. You will need your mind, your courage, and your heart." Alex shook his head. "I'm not ready for this. I don't even know how to be ready for an alien bond." Lyra smiled again. "You will learn. You will see. But first you must trust me." For several nights after that, Lyra appeared at Alex's window. Sometimes she simply watched him work, silent and calm. Other times she spoke of Kaelora, a planet far from Earth with cities that floated above the surface, powered by energy humans could not yet harness. She described forests that glowed at night, oceans that shimmered like liquid crystal, and creatures that moved in ways Alex could barely imagine. Alex listened, fascinated and terrified. He could not deny that she was real. Each night he felt a growing connection to her, though he could not explain it. Sometimes when she reached out, he felt a tingling sensation in his hand even though nothing touched him. It was as if the air itself hummed with energy. One night he finally asked the question that had been on his mind. "Lyra, what happens if I accept this bond?" Lyra's glow softened, her eyes reflecting a mixture of hope and solemnity. "You will begin to see things beyond your world. You will understand the energies of Kaelora. You will feel what I feel, and I will feel what you feel. Together we can protect both our worlds. But it will change you. You cannot go back to the life you have now." Alex swallowed hard. He thought about his quiet nights, his simple life, and the gadgets scattered around his room. Could he leave all that behind? Could he really step into a world he did not understand? I need time," he said finally. Lyra nodded. I will wait. But time is short. The bond is strong, and it cannot remain dormant forever. The following night, something different happened. Alex woke to find Lyra standing beside his bed, closer than ever before. The glow of her skin lit the room softly. You feel it too, she said gently. The bond. It is stirring, Alex shivered. I think I do. It's strange, I feel connected to you like I've known you forever. Lyra reached out her hand, and this time Alex felt a warmth that spread from his chest to his fingertips. It was as if a part of her energy had entered him. He gasped, amazed and frightened. You are ready, she said softly. Soon everything will change. But you are not alone. I am with you. Over the next days, Alex noticed changes. He could sense patterns in the city, like invisible lines of energy that no human could normally detect. Electronics responded to his touch in unusual ways. Sometimes he could hear Lyra's voice in his mind even when she was not near. One night, Lyra shared a vision with him. He saw her planet, vast cities floating above oceans, beings of light moving gracefully, and a great council of elders debating an important decision. He realized that she was showing him what was happening back home, and that their bond allowed him to witness it. Alex felt overwhelmed. He was just a human, living a normal life, and now he was seeing things he could never have imagined. But at the same time, he felt exhilarated. He realized that the quiet, simple life he had known was no longer possible. Something greater was calling him. The climax of part 1 came one night when Lyra appeared at his window in full glow, her expression urgent. Alex, she said, her voice trembling slightly, the council has learned of our connection. There are those who will try to separate us. They do not understand the bond and they fear it. You must be ready. Tomorrow everything changes. Alex felt his heart pound. What do you mean? Who will try to take you? Lyra shook her head. Not yet. But you must trust me. You are my mate, Alex. The bond is real, and it will protect us, if you allow it to. Alex looked at her, the glowing beauty who had visited him every night, who had changed his life in ways he could not begin to understand. His fear battled with curiosity, his doubt with the strange warmth that had filled him each night. Finally, he nodded. Okay, I trust you. Show me what this bond really is. Lyra smiled, a radiant glow spreading across the room. She reached out and their hands touched. The room seemed to fill with light, and Alex felt a surge of energy, as if the universe itself were welcoming him. That night, Alex realized his life had changed forever. The quiet, simple life of an engineer was gone. Ahead of him lay a path he could never have imagined, a path that would take him across worlds, into mysteries beyond human understanding, with a bond that connected him to an alien beauty in ways his mind could barely comprehend. And so, as he drifted into sleep hand in hand with Lyra, he felt both fear and hope. The adventure had only just begun. Alex woke to a faint glow in his room. He wasn't alone. Lyra was there, floating softly beside his bed, her eyes shimmering with calm determination. Last night had changed everything. The bond they shared was no longer just a strange feeling. It pulsed in his chest, filling him with energy and clarity he had never known. Good morning, Lyra said, her voice gentle but firm. Today your life truly begins. Alex sat up slowly. I feel different, he admitted. Like I can see things I shouldn't, like I can sense the world in a new way. That is the bond, Lyra explained. It awakens abilities in those it chooses. You are ready to understand more now. But there is danger. Others may not accept this connection. Alex's mind raced. Danger? What could possibly threaten them? But the strange calm in Lyra's voice made him trust her. He had no choice but to follow her guidance. Lyra extended her hand and Alex took it. Immediately, the room around them blurred, replaced by a vision of Calora. The planet was breathtaking. Vast floating cities above shimmering oceans, forests glowing with bioluminescent energy, and creatures moving gracefully through the air. In the center of it all stood a towering council of alien beings, their forms luminous and otherworldly. They are the elders, Lyra said. They govern my people. They have discovered the bond between us. Some accept it, but others see it as a threat. Alex swallowed hard. Threat? Why would they see it as a threat? It seems beautiful. Because humans are unknown to them, Lyra said. They do not understand your species, your courage, or your potential. But you have abilities they cannot ignore. Our bond shows them what humans are capable of. As the vision faded, Alex realized he could still see faint traces of the glowing energy in his room. It lingered around him like a gentle current, and he felt his senses heightened. He could hear distant sounds in the city, sense subtle movements, and even perceive energy fields around objects. "Alex," Lyra said, "your abilities will grow, but you must learn to control them. First, you must understand your connection to me. Hold my hand and focus on our bond." Alex did as she instructed. Immediately, memories and feelings flooded his mind, not just his own, but glimpses of Lyra's life, her thoughts, and the history of Kelora. He saw her as a child, learning to harness energy, training with her people, and discovering the ancient rituals that connected mates. Then he saw her searching for him across the stars, feeling the pull of the human soul that matched hers. "It is overwhelming," Alex said, breathless. "I can feel so much." "Everything?" "Yes," Lyra replied, "and it will grow. But you are strong, Alex. Human resilience is remarkable, and that is why we are bonded. You will face challenges, but together, we can overcome them." Just then, a sudden tremor shook the apartment. Objects rattled, and a low hum filled the air. Alex's heart raced. "What is happening?" he asked. "They have come," Lyra said, her eyes narrowing. "The ones who fear our bond. They are on Earth to separate us." Before Alex could respond, the room filled with shimmering figures. Alien beings smaller than Lyra but equally luminous appeared surrounding them. Their forms were solid but faintly glowing, and their eyes reflected suspicion and hostility. "You must protect her," Lyra whispered urgently. "Focus, Alex. Use what you feel." Alex's fear surged, but so did the bond. He felt Lyra's energy flow into him, steadying his thoughts and strengthening his body. He extended his hands instinctively, and a wave of energy pulsed outward. The alien intruders were thrown back, unable to advance. Alex could hear their thoughts, confusion, fear, and frustration, and he realized he could influence their energy. "Alex," Lyra shouted, "do not hesitate. They will return if you falter." Drawing on the bond, Alex projected calm and clarity. The intruders hesitated, then slowly withdrew, realizing they could not overpower the human connected to Lyra. Alex collapsed onto the floor, exhausted but alive. Lyra knelt beside him, her hand glowing gently as she healed the minor bruises and energy shocks. "You did it," she said softly. "You protected us." "You are stronger than even I imagined." Alex tried to speak, but his words failed him. He had faced something beyond human understanding and survived. The bond had given him strength, clarity, and courage, qualities he had never known he possessed. In the days that followed, Alex trained with Lyra. She taught him to control the energy that now flowed through him, to focus on the bond, and to sense threats before they arrived. Every night they practiced, and every night Alex felt more confident. He realized that humans, though limited in technology compared to Kelora, had a unique adaptability and courage that aliens often underestimated. During one session, Lyra shared more about the threat. "Some elders believe humans are unpredictable. They fear the bond will change our world, that it will shift power and understanding in ways they cannot control." Alex frowned. "But we're not here to fight anyone. We're just connected." "Why would that be dangerous?" "Fear is powerful," Lyra explained. "They do not see the bond as a bridge. They see it as a challenge to their authority. That is why we must show them what humans can achieve, not with weapons, but with courage, wisdom, and unity." Alex thought about his quiet life before Lyra arrived. He realized that human courage was not always loud or aggressive. Sometimes it was the quiet determination to face the unknown, to protect what mattered, and to trust even when the outcome was uncertain. A week later, a message arrived not by voice or device, but through the bond itself. The elders requested an audience. Alex felt a wave of nervousness. He had never met anyone like them, and now he would face the most powerful beings of Lyra's world. Lyra held his hand. "Together," she said, "we are stronger than they expect. Remember, it is not just your courage, but your humanity that matters." The vision shifted, and they found themselves standing before the elders. They were enormous, their forms radiant and almost liquid in appearance. They studied Alex carefully, their eyes reflecting curiosity, skepticism, and something that resembled respect. "Human," one of them spoke, its voice resonating like a chorus. "You have bonded with Lyra. You have faced our challenge and emerged strong. Explain, why should your bond be accepted?" Alex took a deep breath. He felt the bond flowing through him, Lyra's presence steadying his thoughts. "I am just a human," he said, "but humans have something unique. We face the unknown with courage, we learn quickly, and we protect those we care about. I do not seek power or control. I only wish to stand with Lyra, to face whatever comes together and to help our worlds understand each other." There was silence. The elders communicated silently among themselves, their glowing forms flickering as they deliberated. Finally, one spoke. "You speak with sincerity. You act with courage. We shall accept the bond, not because it is our choice alone, but because the bond itself has proven its strength." Alex felt relief and amazement. The weight of doubt lifted, replaced by a sense of purpose. He looked at Lyra, who smiled, her eyes shining brighter than ever. "Together we can do more than survive," she said. "We can change the future." Over the next days, Alex and Lyra worked to strengthen the connection between humans and Kailora. The bond allowed them to share knowledge, solve problems that neither species could solve alone, and explore possibilities that were once unimaginable. Alex realized that human ingenuity, combined with the unique abilities granted by the bond, could accomplish incredible feats. Alex's life had changed completely. He was no longer just an engineer in a small apartment. He was a bridge between worlds, a protector, a learner, and a partner to an alien being whose culture and abilities surpassed anything he had imagined. Yet he felt confident. He knew that humanity, with its resilience, courage, and curiosity, could rise to challenges no one else could. One night, as they looked out over the glowing cityscape of Kailora, Alex felt the bond pulse gently in his chest. He turned to Lyra. This is just the beginning, isn't it?" he asked. "Yes," Lyra said, taking his hand. "There will be challenges, but also discoveries, adventures, and growth. Together, we are unstoppable. You have shown the strength of humans, and now the universe will see it too." Alex smiled, feeling a sense of pride and hope. He had started as an ordinary human, living a quiet life. Now he was part of something extraordinary. He had faced fear, embraced the unknown, and discovered courage he didn't know he had. The bond between him and Lyra glowed softly, a symbol of connection, trust, and hope. And as the stars shone above Kailora, Alex realized that humanity had the power to reach beyond its limits, not through domination or force, but through courage, wisdom, and the simple, unyielding determination to protect and grow. The adventure had only begun, but Alex knew one thing for certain. Together, he and Lyra could face anything. The human spirit, combined with the strength of the bond, was a force that no fear, no threat, and no unknown could overcome. And so, hand in hand, they looked toward the future, a future filled with stars, possibilities, and the promise of unity between worlds.